Hello, and welcome to Ingrid's Insights, the channel where I tease out meaning in YouTube, videos, movies, and other media. Today, I'll be looking at Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes trailer. But before I do that, please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. I also wanted to go back and just touch on the other movies in the first trilogy of the franchise. So we'll start with Rise of the Planet of the Apes and just overarching themes. So one of the overarching themes in Rise is ape against humans. And then of course we also have the story, Caesar's story arc, where he's moving from a pet-like character into the leader of the ape revolution. Then we move on to the second film in the franchise, which is my own personal favorite, is Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. And one of the overarching themes I see in Dawn is, there's a few of them obviously, but we have ape against ape, ape against human, but also human against human. So we have Caesar, who has to fight against Koba, who has been like a brother to him. Koba hates the humans, and rightly so, because in Rise, Koba had been a victim of animal testing, and he has the internal and external scars to prove it. And then we have humans against humans, when we see that Malcolm, who mirrors Caesar, who are leaders who want to show compassion and understanding and mercy, against Dreyfus, who mirrors Koba, who really has lost all of their compassion due to the things that they've lost. Dreyfus lost his entire family to the simian flu and maybe subsequent battles with the apes. And then Koba has just lost his internal sense of compassion and mercy. This leads us to the third movie in the trilogy, which is War of the Planet of the Apes. So, and the themes that emerge for me in War are ape against himself, his internal struggles, and then also human against himself and his internal struggles. So Caesar has to reconcile his part in his family's death from his decision making of showing mercy, and then his subsequent feelings of revenge. And then we also have man against man, having to deal with the character of the Colonel, who has to grapple with his own unaliving of his son to stop the variant simian flu. This leads us to the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, which is set 300 years in the future. And one of my concerns about this was that we have no direct line to Caesar himself, which for me was disconcerting. One of the major things that I enjoyed about the trilogy before this new iteration was the story of Caesar and how he became who he was and how he faced challenges. His overall story arcs, with his struggling to be this leader who was strong yet compassionate, who was strong but showed mercy because it was inherently in him. And without that direct connection to Caesar, I think any new version or new movie in the franchise would struggle. Caesar's character left such a hole in the storyline that I think that any new movie was going to have to try and fill that absence that I think every viewer was going to struggle with. So I think when I saw the trailer, I just did not get the sense that there was going to be an adequate fulfillment of that loss. I also think that because it really did remind me of the original 1960s version that I saw as a child, I figured that it would be somewhat of a remake of that version, and I wasn't as excited to see that, just because, as I stated before, the idea of losing Caesar and not seeing that continue in his bloodline or in some of his direct descendants, it just wasn't as exciting for me. But I'd like to know what you think.
Son, your father, he waits.
Much to learn, much to teach. There are dangers beyond our village.
What a wonderful day!
Help your father!
Why do they hunt her?
She knows the human secrets.
I have a name. May. I know where they're taking your clan.
You chose a human over an ape.
This was a human place. It is not yours.
It is now, isn't it? The elders did not tell us everything about this world.
All right, so there's a quick glimpse of the trailer with the audio. I'm wondering what your thoughts are. How were you feeling about the movie? We're introduced to Noah, the main character who's going on a hero's journey to rescue his family. We're introduced to Proximus Caesar, who is the antagonist. And we meet May, who is the AKA Nova, who's the human character, and Raka, who's the orangutan who helps to guide Noah on his journey. I think one of the issues I also had is that in the trailer we get to see that May is telling the apes that they're not supposed to be in this area that she says was a place for humans. And it sets up this dynamic where the apes are somewhat seen as the villains and the humans are seen as the good guys. I was trying to avoid saying good guys, but anyone that's seen the original trilogy, in recent years, most of us have probably sympathized more with the apes than with the humans. So I think that is maybe part of the reason why I didn't warm up to the trailer, and it really piqued my interest, and I had this sense of impending disappointment. But anyway, I'm interested in your thoughts. Am I wrong? What did you think? Did the trailer make you want to see it? Also, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. All of your comments are great. Any feedback you have will just make my next videos better. So thank you for your time. Bye.